Let's talk about that Penguin series.
So I assume you guys have both seen it.
Oh
I've
yeah.
watched it. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I watched it relatively recently. I loved it. I think it works as a really good little crime drama. And what I really liked about it. I assume you guys have both seen The Sopranos, Boardwalk Empire, Sons of Anarchy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Peaky Blinders.
Sopranos is the show that kind of started the whole crime drama television show thing. Like without Sopranos, there would not be Sons of Anarchy. There would definitely not be Boardwalk Empire.
The Shield.
Definitely not The Shield, and so on.
The Wire.
There's one thing that just about every single one of these shows gets wrong, though, that The Sopranos does not. Those shows always have their main character somehow be on a higher pedestal than the antagonists. In Boardwalk Empire, for example, the main antagonists is a pedophile. They're heroin dealers. It's Chip Rossetti, who is a fucking lunatic. In Sons of Anarchy, they're heroin traffickers. They're the freaking evil part of the IRA who kidnap and murder babies. And they're white supremacists, and so on. You get the idea.
Yeah,
Right.
and Jack Steller is like this dad, But
the Penguin doesn't do that. It makes it very clear early on he is just as bad, if not worse, than any of these other guys.
Absolutely, yeah.
Which is also what Sopranos did, and that is what I loved about it so much.
Such a good, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also ties into this universe's version of La Cosa Nostra, which I'm kind of a buff of. The girl who played what's her name? I forget her name.
Yeah, Falcone. The daughter.
The Falcone daughter. Yeah. She was great in it as well.
She was great.
I like how it sort of ended with Catwoman sending her a letter in Arkham Asylum. Spoilers.
Super cool. Yeah.
The one kind of hang up I have of it was Mark Strong as Falcone.
Oh yeah, because the original.
So the thing about the guy who they had playing in the movie, John Turturro.
Yeah.
This dude was sleazy, he was gross, but at the same time he was really magnetic and charismatic. This guy would flay your skin off, and he would do it with a smile. And if you were the other guy in the room, you'd be smiling with him.
Yeah.
He was just so magnetic.
You're talking about the original guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and he went and said, I didn't want to do the show because I didn't want to give the image that I was
it was a couple
promoting abuse against women.
Violence, yeah. And then Mark Strong come in, and don't get me wrong, Mark Strong is a really good actor. But he's trying to do an impression of what John Turturro was doing, and it just doesn't work. That's my only kind of hang up about it. And it's not surprising he only appears in a couple of scenes because of that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah. You know what? That would probably be like the one little criticism I got of it too. I mean, I guess I like Very, Very Sneaky, dude from Mr. Deeds. He's just a good actor. But no, yeah, another grape of mine would be where the fuck was Batman at?
Okay, so I have had this discussion with other people. Go on. I'm sorry.
No. And listen, I get it. I didn't need to see Batman in there. Okay, that's first off. I didn't need to see him, except for there was like one or two scenes that were a really big deal in Gotham.
Definitely catch Batman's attention.
And it's like that one would have caught, the attention, man. You blow up the whole. And first off, them tunnels that they were hanging out in, didn't they look like Batman's tunnels when he was riding through the bike?
A little bit, yeah.
So you don't think that Batman had those things scouted out? And then how much time was Penguin actually down there serving and taking over the city?
It is worth noting.
A year,
right? That's what it made it seem like.
it is worth noting that this is a version of Gotham that did just go through probably one of the worst acts of domestic terrorism in history.
Absolutely.
He probably is doing other things. He's
No,
probably not necessarily too concerned about a minor gang war.
In my opinion, though, the explosion was the one that did it because that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened to
probably,
the city. You blow up the fucking dams. You blow up the. It's like
that is a little bit. That was
That's
like the
only
one
thing.
part where
That's the only thing. Other than that, you got a valid point. Hey, he's right now. It's like No Man's Land Batman story, or like or New Gotham where they broke it all up, and it's like, yeah, I get it. He's in other places fighting it and shit like that. But man, when them tunnels blew up, come on,
bro. Yeah.
Just show me Batman. He don't even got to talk. Just show me Batman like
Silhouette
on the scene.
in the background.
Yeah. Just show me something. Yeah.
Here's what'll fix it though. If Batman 2 comes out and they mention it, and
they should,
of course, and he tells,
he's like, explain.
Let them woo. I was woo, just basically be like, give a good reason, like basically this growing pains Batman who's like scorned from what happened, and it's just like fuck them.
I gotta see Batman fighting someone else when the thing blows up. So like he couldn't get there. You know what I'm saying? Like he's got to be directly impacted doing something else when that happened.
I needed more than that. I need him to give him reason for not showing up afterwards. I need him to say like something like,
well, maybe they didn't show us.
Let them eat each other up or something like that. Like they're all criminal, whatever. Like,
I mean, they're probably gonna just say that they didn't show us him doing that he was there, but they just didn't show it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they're probably gonna say something to that effect where it's like, yeah, we didn't show you everything. You know, we followed Penguin's story and he was in the background doing this the whole time or whatever, you know?
Or perhaps it could be that the next movie runs directly through that timeline.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Yep.
No,
but it was a great show though. Great show.
Listen, great show all around. 8 out of 10 for me. There was a couple more. I would say 8.5 to be honest.
You're gonna give fucking Brave New World a 7.5. This Penguin's got to get like a 9, a 9.5.
There was a couple little Batman more related things we wanted to talk about. Batman 2, what could be the enemy? What we wanted. The new Clayface movie. I wanted either Freeze or Clayface. They're making a Clayface movie.
Now they're making a Clayface movie.
Isn't going to happen.
Yeah.
Freeze or Two-Face.
Yeah.
Freeze or Two-Face.
I don't want Two-Face. And I'll tell you why. We don't need more Two-Face. Okay. Two-Face is second runner-up to Joker and overused, in my opinion.
No, technically the Riddler is now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
but we've only had 2 instances of really good Riddler. Well, 3 with Gotham of really good Riddlers, and this last one was super different. So I'll give it a pass on that.
I liked him. I liked this.
Yeah, it was
there's I don't see another way you could write Two-Face.
Well, I tell you what my problem is too though is like when the fuck is it gonna come out? This movie should have been out already.
That's a big gripe.
You know,
it hasn't even started shooting yet.
Right. We've only seen one other serious take on Mr. Freeze, aside from like video games or comics and animated, but like on screen, and that was the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, get to the chopper.
Yeah, I need
chill, Kelly, chill.
He doesn't say that in there.
No, he does say chill. It's just so that was the.
My fault. Oh, that went over my head.
That's his get to the chopper in that movie is
chill. Yeah.
Or let's kick some ice.
That one went over my head on that one. It's been a while since I saw that movie.
Went over people's heads because it was hot garbage. Anyway, I liked it though, but only for like
for nostalgia purpose.
Yeah,
that's a whole other subject, and
we're
not getting into that.
Point being, Victor Freeze has not had a real big screen appearance, in my opinion, and I want it.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if Victor Freeze froze Batman for a certain point in time, that would explain why he wasn't there. I'm
Kinda
just saying.
Yeah. Kind of would, yeah.
You're wearing one stone.
There you go. Why not bring in like 3 or 4 villains, man? What's stopping them from doing that? If I gotta wait this fucking long, just give me a Sinister Six Batman villains. Like,
2 reasons. One, I'm big on not doing ensemble villains in the first place, but 2, especially with Mr. Freeze, because that's what they did with the other one, and I feel like that worked against him. So he needs a real dedication to, like Riddler, where it just shows like this guy is.
Yeah, but Riddler gave you Catwoman, Penguin. I'm just saying, introduce some other people. Is all I'm saying.
Oh, you can introduce like little side characters that never get
give me like 6 of them
out. Yeah, they never get fleshed out, but they're like, they're here. We'll bring them back in the future. I'm good with that. But if they're like plot points, no good. You know.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Speaking of, that's one of the things that they did in Brave New World. You know, with Giancarlo's character, the leader, and Ross, and it was like a give or take. It was a double-edged sword. So personally, for me, I think Victor Freeze is such a good, in-depth, intricate character, both mentally and physically, and you could really just like send him sideways. Speaking of, I read the issue of Absolute Batman where they start to introduce him.
Yeah.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
Fire. Yeah.
Fire. Anyway, boys, we were going to get into some video games and some other shows. We will put that on to the next podcast. This was a good episode. 2 hours. We will be back in 3 weeks with GTA 6, Witcher 4, Mafia 4, Sinners, the movie, a bunch of other shit. So make sure you check in with that next one in 3 weeks' time.
Awesome, man. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. This was fun.
Yeah, glad we got this finally rolling again.
Oh, yeah.
All
right, guys.
Peace.